E simbora. Boraúde, muito boa noite, cara. Chegou bem na hora do meu retorno. Tudo tranquilo, velho? Mano, que eu passei uns maus bocados sem você por aqui por perto, velho. Você não faz ideia. Ué. Fala de uns poços. A Wood Lara. Oi, não, tranquilo, cara. Relaxa. Mas é porque eu tô jogando assim, tipo, bem discreto mesmo. Cheguei assim, tava só passeando no mapa do Witcher. Porque eu não sabia bulhufas de pra onde ir. Ou do que fazer. Porra, não é aqui. Onde é que eu vou achar um poço? No outro mapa. Fiz. Agora eu tô nessa aqui do Baltimore, que é pra mim achar, pra seguir as instruções. Começa a instrução aqui, ó. Notas de Baltimore. Comece procurando no poço, onde os altos ecos habitam. Tô procurando esse poço. 10 passos até o rio, caminhe à esquerda e não sinta calafrio. Cruze o portão. Encruzilhado onde o patrono dorme. Tome todos os caminhos, mas o do meio é mais seguro. Preste atenção, procure as pistas de Ingram e você seguirá os meus desenhos. Se decidir ir para a direita, você logo verá alguém em apuros. Veja onde está a alma afogada, aponta sua sombra ao meio-dia e será o seu objetivo. Pois é. Tô procurando esse poço para começar. Não é por aqui, certeza, não temos nenhum poço para cá. Deve ser no outro mapa, velho. Eu também tenho o sonho do Yorvet, mas o sonho do Yorvet não tinha coisa não, era só ele se vangloriando de alguma bobagemzinha lá. Nada que realmente afete. Tem essa do Baltimore que parece ser alguma coisa, tipo... pegar uma espada ou uma armadura massa, entendeu? Tô tentando ver aqui, porque essa missão basicamente não vai melhorar nada. Aliás, não vai mudar nada. Não é uma missão principal, cadê? Aqui as missões. É isso aqui, ó, o Pesadelo de Baltimore. Ela não é uma missão principal, entendeu? Então, de certo modo, não afeta a história. Também. Por mais nome, né? A gente não vai falar nada, porque nome é nome. Não. Muitas coisas podem ter mais de um nome. Olha, cada essa porta aqui que não abre. Você perdeu, teve um sesgo maroto com essa elfa aqui. Ela agradeceu pelo Witcher ter salvo ela de uma história aí passada. Foi o sesgo mais fácil The Witch até agora. Eu vou olhar o outro mapa. Ver se eu encontro esse pulso.
Hey! Trust the girl.
Aqui não vai ter poço, mas aqui é um rio, né? Acho que sim, é. Acho que sim, de lá na pedreira mesmo. Ah, deixa eu ver se tem alguma coisa pra cá, né? Agora ele fala que o caminho do meio é mais seguro. Resumindo, eu tô por conta própria aqui, né?
Take that.
Bom, aqui não tem nem poço. Não tem poço aqui. Deixa eu dar uma pedreira de novo.
And you, my love, you trust the girl?
O da sucubus também é, então? Onde? Porque assim, eu tô achando que todas as missões que eu tô fazendo nesse segundo capítulo aqui são exclusivos. Todos. Porque como são missões de outra cidade, não faz sentido, tipo, cruzar, né? Fazer missões parecidas. Aqui não é aqui. Mas você perguntou pela missão das arpias, quer dizer que vocês fazem na outra cidade também tem a missão das arpias? Foi o que deu a entender aí quando você perguntou. Ah, galinhas. Ah, ele fala de um poço. Ah, velho, será que isso aqui é um poço? Não, não é. Ah, peraí, só um instantinho. Daí, Squirtle! Seja bem-vindo à live, cara. Ah, vamos lá. Vamos lá, o que é um poço? Eu tava imaginando que um poço fosse isso aqui. Porque aí tem essas pedras aqui que não faço ideia do motivo delas serem. Ah, velho, eu sabia. É só descer. Atualizou. É só ver as pedras. Atualizou aqui de novo. Atualizou não, né? Quer dizer, fez o primeiro.
Medallion's telling me something.
Esse aqui tá apontando pra cá. Será que é agora sim que o baú eu consigo abrir esse baú? É. Cadê? Seguindo os sinais de Ingrid, Geralt encontrou uma chave escondida por Baltimore. Agora ele precisa encontrar a fechadura que esta chave abria. O bruxo olhou para as notas e seguiu a segunda trilha. Vamos lá, notas. Ai não, aqui é a chave. Notas. Pronto. Se decidir ir pela direita, você logo verá alguém em apuros. Meio-dia. Vá pela direita de acordo com os... Pela direita de onde, velho?
Medallion's vibrating.
Ali eu achei. Tá. Do céu. O único canto que eu sei que tem uma outra porta que eu não vi. É um negócio que está bem escondido lá nos arbustos. Lá em cima. Mas provavelmente tem algumas portas que não abrem. Essa aqui tá mais perto, né? Vou ver logo ela então. Essa aqui é a porta que eu não consigo abrir ainda. Ainda não é ela. Então a gente vai aqui por cima. Tem outra porta.
I knew you were hiding something from me, Witcher.
I wasn't the only one to hide something. Baltimore's notes state that the Master will return from the grave to meet with you.
Nobody returned from where we sent him.
You just admitted to murder.
Aye? But what of it? No one beside you knows, and you'll not leave here alive. Get him, lads!
cara caiu, não vi, velho. Pode ser seu. Depois que o Wood disse pra mim que eu poderia andar mais rápido bolando, velho, nunca mais. Nunca mais andei normal. Pois é, a gente vai informar aqui o ancião agora do crime de Thorak. Porra, velho, muito foda. Eu reparei que pra fechar todas as conquistas eu vou ter que jogar uma segunda vez e fazer o outro lado da história. Ou no caso era retornar, né? Retornar a save para praticamente o começo. Haja paciência para quem faz isso, né? Tem algo que talvez te interesse.
By the pricks of the male gods! Master Baltimore's notes! Where did you get them?
I discovered his vault near the troll's lair. By the way, Thorak, your new rune master, is dead. He and his 2 apprentices have left for a better world.
What? How did it happen?
Thorak murdered Baltimore. There's enough evidence in the notes I just gave you.
Thanks, Witcher. A reward for your labors. It's not much, but I'll be needing funds to appoint and equip a new rune master now.
Ainda tem isso, né? Ainda tem esse aí da dificuldade insana. Parece que eu terminei. Tem um símbolo de ódio que eu preciso aguardar. Memórias também. Assassinos também. Um acerto de contas também. Coração trêmulo. Cara, esse do coração trêmulo. Eu não encontrei nenhum monstro que me dissesse o que foi que matou, velho. Aquele outro elfo. Vou ter que fazer o dos camponeses agora. Que é esse sangue real. Eu vou salvar. E seguir aqui. Mesma coisa. De arma. O que eu tenho de arma? Tem a Guinea. Aquilo é 30 a 40. E eu ainda tô com um facão robusto de 14,21. $15,24. 16,29. Essa harpia é melhor, né? Espada de prata. Armadura mais 15. Ah, caramba. Então, enquanto eu não sair desse capítulo 2 aqui, não vai ter nada que tu possa me ajudar. É isso aí que eu tô entendendo.
Beaver? Eh? That's a witcher, not a human.
So, no snaps?
You're stupid. She just fell unconscious.
The commoners claim it's our
Serfs and lords will never be on the...
Geralt! It's good to see you.
The commoners claim Stennis is involved in Saskia's poisoning. They're looking to slaughter him.
Nobody to keep things peaceful.
Scalen Burden and his dwarves are trying to contain the mob, but they're badly outnumbered.
The plebs will yell a lot, beat someone up, and go home. As peasants do.
That would be foolish. They're not serfs anymore. The days of them humbly sowing and reaping are gone.
Looks like things are getting nasty.
Hear me! What do you want? I'm Scalen Burden. I keep order in Vergen.
Are doing a nice job then? Where was you when they poisoned Saskia?
Give us the prince! Get the flails!
Stop!
Yolveth.
Squirrels! Everyone who wants to leave this yard in one piece, keep your hands off your weapons. I don't care if you're a serf or a lord. I'll kill you all if need be.
What's going on?
The servant carrying wine during the feast said that Prince Stennis and Olgan poisoned Saskia. We want justice!
You want revenge. It's not the same thing.
We don't care. Saskia's fallen as if dead, while the poisoning prince and noble lords rush to herd us onto the field and sell us to Henselt. We won't let them!
You lie, Colton. Nobody's being sold out. The poisoner must be caught and tried by law.
Your law? What then? He'll pay a fine and get spanked on his ass? We'll spank him all right, with an axe to the throat!
Where's this servant?
Safe. The Squirtal keep an eye on him.
Why is the prince hiding in his house if he's innocent?
Enough! I'll shoot the first to reach for a weapon. Then heads will start falling.
There's more of us. You can't kill every...
Then you'll be first. Now back off!
Ai, vai de novo.
We need to act quickly.
What's your plan?
I'll frighten them a little, bleed them if need be. I'll buy you some time, but be swift. I can't hold them off for long. Question the peasants and the nobles, and talk to the dwarves. Maybe you can get to meet Stennis.
Even if he's guilty, I'm sure he's prepared a suitable story.
You'll know how to sort the sheep from the goats. Also, find the servant who started talking so suddenly. You won't have time to talk to everyone, though, that's for sure.
Humans only care how their asses rise as their stations do.
They're playing into Henselt's hands. If they start at each other's throats, we'll have to face the entire...
Things look bad. Come over here. Are furious. They finally have a chance to strike back for all the wrongs.
The noblemen won't yield.
They're a cowardly lot.
They know their heads will follow Stennis's.
It's a deadlock, with the prince's guilt still to be proven.
Yarpin says it's someone from Edom. Sheldon, on the other hand, would shave his beard if it's not Hensel's spies.
Anyone reached the prince in his chamber?
Not even close. The nobles guard him like a matron does her ward's hiney.
If the rabble slaughters the prince, there'll be no stopping them. They'll start doing things their own nasty way.
That's why the nobles will support the prince, even if they believe he's guilty.
I'm sure Stennis's hands are dirtier than a peasant girl's fucked in a barn.
Why would Sheldon suspect Henselt?
He'd sooner reach an agreement with Stennis than Saskia. Her death would be very convenient.
Zoltan?
I'm wondering how anyone could manage to poison the wine. Saskia's a quick-witted lass. She doesn't let just anyone near. Someone she knew must have done it.
Has Yarpen got any evidence?
No, Yarpen's an old cook and says he's got a feeling. Ploughing soothsayer.
He might be right with those feelings. After all, not just anyone can pass through the Wraith's mist. It has to be someone local.
So it never crossed your mind that Henselt might have sent someone here before those ghosts appeared?
You can't mix water with fire.
Saskia could.
What do you want?
We of noble birth always had to protect the plebs from their own stupidity. If not for us, the world...
I don't have time to listen to songs praising the nobility. Know anything about the attempt on Saskia's life?
No, I don't. But whatever the truth, the mob cannot lynch one of royal blood.
So truth means nothing to you. That's what makes us different.
I didn't say I don't care about truth. Just keep in mind, there's a world order that mustn't be destroyed.
An order that allows injustice.
If the prince turns out to be involved in this attempted murder, he should face a tribunal. The rabble doesn't understand the principles ruling the world.
Or they do understand them and simply don't like them.
Saskia is a wise woman, but there's one thing she doesn't take into consideration. This war will be over one day. Who will sow the crops and milk the cows then? Saskia called the serfs to arms. Do you think they'll want to plough fields again?
You may be right, but it's certainly not my business who'll plough your fields. Farewell.
Give us this whole flower!
Rolling dung, you surly dog!
Why is he lingering about? Like the stench in a dwarven hovel.
Those witches be craving gold. This one's sure to say the prince is innocent, then sting Stennis for a pouch.
He better search for a lad who served the Virgin instead of pissing around.
Yeah, once done with the prince, he'd better take care of the magnets. Throwing their weight about too much they are.
You know Saskia's servant?
Willie of the Oblates. He handled the wine, indeed, but loves the Virgin like a sister and mother put together.
He'd gladly get quartered for her.
Where's this Willie of yours?
Hiding in his shack, afraid of them lords. Squirrels guard him.
The prince stood right next to Saskia during the council. Did he have access to the wine cellar beforehand?
How should I know?
Why flap your mouth then?
The prince is a wealthy lord. Bribing a skivvy to poison the wine is nothing to him.
Just because someone can afford gold teeth doesn't mean they'll pull their healthy ones. What's it really all about? Who's backing you?
We want justice.
We don't need no one backing us. We knows what to do.
How would you punish the prince?
If a lad counts hens wrong, he'll be flogged. What should we then do with a man poisoning others?
Kill him.
A land without a ruler is a nightmare.
We have a ruler, the Virgin of Eden.
It's not certain she'll live.
Then we'll choose another who'll manage. But he must be one of us lads. That way he'll understand us.
And all people is gonna be equal, our way.
And the non-humans?
We have enough dung on the fields. Let non-humans find a non-human land.
Away with them!
Farewell.
Give us this horsepower!
Rolling dung, you surly dog!
Change your tone when we put a sickle to your throat.
Save your threats for your hog-smelling woman.
The prince has a coming, methinks.
Who will the Witcher side with?
They say someone cast a spell, and the Virgin fell as if dead.
There goes the... What should I say?
I've been looking for you.
I don't know you.
You caused quite a commotion. Afraid of something?
No, nothing.
You're lying.
I didn't do nothing. Didn't say nothing, don't know nothing, and didn't see nothing.
Tell me everything you know about the attempt on Saskia's life.
I heard the priest talking with the prince. This goody-goody said the Virgin is really a beast under her fair skin.
What priest?
Olcan, the one killed.
So there's no way I can check if you're lying.
I swear on my mother's grave I speak the truth.
What else did you hear? Tell me.
I was putting Saskia's room in order when the priest came to the prince's chamber next door. They wasn't speaking loud, but I heard the priest say, "Just clear the servants from the kitchen." Nothing more. Reverend Olcan, only he could tell you how it was, beginning to end.
The dead aren't very talkative.
What about what they leave behind? There may be clues or some such.
Maybe.
They don't believe me anyway.
Casa do sacerdote. Onde é que eu tô? Onde é que é pra ir? Mano do céu. Longe a beça. Deixa eu ver se eu já aprendi como é que eu chego lá. Tá.
Pale face, eyes like embers. It raised his hand and pointed a finger at
This
him.
was a plague of the worst kind. Hang 'em all by the floor.
Pra cá, né? Não, pra cá não.
I don't know. What's this?
Não, a cidade é um puta canto horrível de você andar, velho. Pelo amor de Deus.
I need to know where Reverend Olcan used to live.
Simple. Let me show you on the map. It's about right here.
Tá, falou.
See you, Governor.
E a missão ainda deixa o cara agoniado, que diz que você não tem muito tempo. Aí você não sabe se realmente não tem muito tempo ou se é aquele muito tempo que você precisa fazer determinada coisa que é pra ser interrompido. Ué, aqui no mapa. Puta que me pariu. Onde é isso? Acho que é na saída, né?
I had a dream. We were mining up at the face of the drive like in the old days.
No, no, no.
I remember you were shite at working the pickaxe. Swung it like a woman.
I couldn't stop.
Thanks for the help.
Não era aqui não? Ô Scott, boa noite, cara. Obrigado por ter acompanhado a live. Volte sempre. Apareça mais vezes.
You'll get wet, Witcher.
Strange aura. Nothing interesting.
Aguarde os eventos que se desenrolam. O que será que eu achei aqui? Ah, sim. Pô, que bom, né, bicho? Porque tá foda aqui. O que foi que eu achei? As anotações de Oka. Isso aqui? Voltar pra lá, né?
You'll get wet, Witcher.
Esse mapa é muito ruim de ler. Esse mapa deles aqui. Olha a puta volta que eu dei pra não chegar em canto nenhum. Me deu um balão praticamente.
I got a serious career proposal yesterday. From one of your best lads, eh?
Não, pera. É pra eu chegar na... Aqui mesmo. Não, pera.
Don't try anything. If not for that damned Jorvith, the serfs...
It's good Go get the lads! We won't stand for this!
My hand!
I'll cut the block off the next man who dares try his luck.
Give us this horsepower!
Rolling dung, you surly dog!
You will change your tone when we put a sickle to
Eu
your
falo com
throat.
quem?
Save your threats for your hog-smelling
Aqui
woman.
tá dizendo que pra guardar.
I hope at least you'll refrain from doing anything.
I want to speak with the prince.
You're unique then. Everyone else wants to tear him limb from limb.
We won't let you in.
Only I can help your prince.
Of course. Why didn't I think of that?
Are you mad?
Silence! I'm in command here, and I grant the Witcher leave to enter.
Please, master.
Are you here to kill me, Monster Slayer?
I'm here for your help. You can save Saskia.
Do you hear them? They want my head. They equate the words of some village idiot with mine. I am the heir to the Edirnian throne, the rightful ruler of this land, descendant of Demavend and Verferil.
Prince, if you help me heal Saskia, the people will forget.
So if I don't help you, they'll kill me. This is blackmail.
This is a deal.
What do you want?
Seu sangue.
I need royal blood for a potion that will heal Saskia.
Do you mock me?
You owe Saskia your life. She carried you away from the Wraith's battle.
It was her duty, as it would have been of any Edirnian. Besides, my realm is falling apart, and she is responsible. Saskia and her rebels routed the royal forces at Gillette and on the banks of the Dyffny. For practical purposes, the Edirnian army no longer exists.
Those rebels are the last hope you have of stopping Henselt.
And what then? A pig herd will be crowned and appoint a shoeshine his Secretary of State.
Don't think that far ahead. Your Highness, just a few drops of your blood will cure Saskia. Vergen can defend itself only if she's in command.
I've already said I owe this girl nothing. I'll not yield to blackmail even if it costs me my life. I'll go to the axe, my head held high. And I'll certainly not surrender even a drop of royal blood to save a peasant girl.
Did you poison her?
Of course not. Even if I had, do you think I would boast about it? Don't be a fool.
I'm trying to help. Not only Saskia, but you, Your Highness.
I won't yield to that rabble. Never. One smear is all they needed to lay siege to my doorstep. Do you really think I should plead my innocence every time some village idiot says the prince did it? Or maybe go out there and beg them for mercy? Never!
You merely need to convince them that you're innocent. Prove it wasn't you and they'll walk away.
And if I am innocent, yet lack proof thereof? You claim you wish to help me. Do so. Convince the people to believe me. You'll not regret it.
You're trying to bribe me.
I want only to make a contract. Think about it.
Acabou de negar com gota de sangue e
What is it, sire?
Show the Witcher out.
Is everything in order, sire?
We had a chat, but we are through. Think on what I told you, Geralt.
I will.
Rolling dung, you...
Enough of this charade!
Try to be reasonable, folks. Sit down and talk in peace.
We've talked enough! Come on, lads, let's drag the prince from his hovel!
Vergen's not a cesspit for anyone to shit in. There are laws to abide, and Scalen Burden's job is to uphold them.
There's no law allowing a serf to threaten a king's scion. I, Silgrat, brother of Seltkirk, the greatest knight to walk Edirnian land, say so.
Does it matter who was born in a castle and who in a pigsty? Any fool can prejudge and condemn. It's easier to accuse than to prove guilt.
A peasant servant claims that Prince Stennis supposedly attempted to kill Saskia. Why would the prince do such a dastardly deed? Bear in mind how eminent is his lineage.
That's why! The mongrel covets the crown!
Do you even remember how valorous he was towards Saskia during the negotiations with Henselt?
Pretending to be with her he was, sly fox. Taking the simple peasants in. But us lads ain't so dumb as you lords think.
See for yourselves how the commoners hate the prince, spitting venom like adders. They hatched a plot to dispose of him.
Saskia's servant said that...
Where is this servant, might I ask? If he's got something to say, why does he hide like a thief? The answer is simple. He's a fraud.
He's hiding to save his skin from you, whoresons. Squirrels have to guard him.
One last question. How could the prince poison Saskia? It's a known fact that servants taste wine from the barrels before the virgin sips it.
A good point. We can't be sure if the prince poisoned the wine.
Stennis is blowing hot and cold. Everyone knows that.
You were supposed to prove his guilt, not insult him, yokel.
Tell us who else would do it. A peasant wanted to hurt the miss? Never. It's cause of her you noble dogs can't ignore us. A pig won't cut its own throat. A peasant's not foolish enough to raise his hand against his savior.
Perhaps it is no peasant's deed. However, that doesn't mean the prince is guilty, fool.
Answer me this. Was not Stennis' room next to Saskia's? Do not the wines come from his own lice-ridden cellar? Can he not enter the Virgin's kitchen at will? Yes. His serene dumbhead the prince can. Curses on his kin. Nobody in Vergen wants to kill Saskia. And even if they want it, nobody but Stennis could do it.
You're wrong, Colton. Reverend Olkin wanted to get rid of Saskia. He thought she was a monster at heart.
Olkin was on Stennis' leash like a dog.
How dare you, lout! Do you imagine if someone sits next to a married lady, he's surely fucking her?
The priest tried to convince Prince Stennis to join the conspiracy.
Is Stennis some dimwit foundling that he dances to a lousy priest's tune? Olcan got what he deserved when Henselt cleaved his head. Now it's Stennis' time.
There is no proof the prince agreed.
The priest asked him for admittance to the kitchen.
So he didn't poison the Virgin himself, but allowed her to be poisoned.
Those are just words. Too much guesswork and not enough evidence. You can't convict anyone based on that.
Your Highness, this is dangerous.
I am not afraid. Fear is a commoner's trait, unfit for one with royal blood running in his veins. What do you want, to judge me? Is a prince a common thief who steals a dozen eggs at the market? You stand before royal majesty, and you raise your hands against it. In this world there are crimes that can be forgiven, and crimes that, by any means, cannot. Just as a mother killing her own child, or a man slitting his own brother's throat cannot be forgiven. A crime against one anointed by the gods themselves also cannot be condoned. He who raises hand against divine right is not worthy to walk this world.
And what about he who poisons the Virgin of Eden?
Firstly, Saskia is alive, so no one can blame me for her death. Secondly, you have no proof that it was I who tried to murder her. And thirdly, I assure all gathered here, I won't rise above the law. However, only she, the Virgin of Eden, can judge me.
Can it? And if Saskia won't get well, who's gonna judge you?
I believe she can be cured. But if the gods decide otherwise, we'll summon a coven of the wise who can pass just sentence.
Those are words worthy of a true sovereign.
I am the one you should look to for guidance. Let my deeds be the flame that lights up your darkness.
So you've forgotten how you tried to bribe me when I was at your house?
How about that, snout face?
This is slander.
There are no witnesses, Witcher.
The prince has a right to a fair trial, no matter if he's guilty or not. We can't deny him that. What will the peasants do if we hand them the prince? Will they hear him out? No. They'll hang him from the nearest tree or tear him limb from limb. What will happen if we allow a lynching? What if people see that might makes right? Who'll guarantee they won't desire to avenge their wrongs, real and imagined? Who'll protect people whose only fault is noble birth from the exasperated mob? And where will it lead?
Pra ela ficar boa, eu preciso do sangue desse cara, pô.
The peasants are furious.
They didn't dare mount a frontal attack.
But they haven't forgotten about Stennis, and won't. It'll be that way until Saskia regains consciousness.
She won't keep order by strength alone.
Unless it's a great strength.
We need an authority figure, and royal blood.
5 courts go to waste in the Dwarven dungeon at the moment.
There's also Henselt.
Going into that haunted mist is madness. Stealing Stennis away would be easier.
No. Anything involving Stennis will cause a riot.
I've had enough of the peasants and nobles barking. Saskia's the best leader I know, but she can't hope to defeat Henselt's army with this rabble, which is why I'm going to get reinforcements.
Where?
4 Scoia'tael units await in hiding to the east. Time to summon them.
You'll make it in time?
I must.
Falhei, cara. Coração trêmulo. Que bosta. O coração trêmulo era uma missão que eu tinha que decidir matar. Matar sucubus ou o elfo. Só que eu queria achar alguma coisa que combinasse um dos dois. Não queria só chegar lá e meter a facada. Só que eu não consegui isso. Que bosta.
So, you thought it over? I'm on my way to the recruiting station.
I don't know.
What's to consider?
I tried locating Triss, but the mist disrupts the megascope. There's a weak signal nearby, probably on the other side.
In the Kedweni camp?
You'll have to pass through the mist.
The mist is full of wraiths.
I'll help you. I'm continuously scanning the battlefield. I'll show you the way through. I'll find you when you enter the mist.
Farewell, then.
We still need royal blood.
I know. Henselt.
We need his blood, not his death.
How many times do I have to tell you I'm not a Kingslayer?
Ué, cadê a mulher que tava aqui? Ah, oi.
Who are you?
I'm Cynthia, a mage in training. Philippa is my mentor.
My condolences.
No need for that. True, she's a demanding mistress, but she can also be charming. Besides, she's the best there is, Witcher. She has no equals, excepting perhaps the old elven sorceresses. You should see her cast spells. Light and graceful she is, not like that old tart de Tanzaville.
Huh.
I'm trying to learn something about the Wild Hunt.
Very interesting phenomenon.
Willing to share what you know?
Well, I would be. Provided you found the notes of Morton Collis first. He devoted almost his entire life to researching the hunt. We could go into detail if you had his scribblings.
I found Morton Collis's notes.
So, let's see what you've learned.
Well, there are a few documented facts, but Collis notes the existence of plenty of myths and legends.
Very true. Where shall we start, then?
Caramba, como é que eu faço aqui?
What's the sorceress's take on the hunt?
The topic makes them uneasy. Since the Council and Conclave banned the use of mind spells, the Wild Hunt has been a taboo topic.
There's some link between mental spells and the cavalcade?
Both addle the brain. Anyone who has come in contact with the Wild Hunt has experienced mental instability that either takes the form of insanity or amnesia. You see, the wraiths emit a magnetic field that severely distorts perception and impedes brain functions.
First and foremost, Collis studied the hunt's movement.
Oh, it's well known that the Wild Hunt moves north to south, never in the opposite direction.
That's what I remember, and Collis's research confirms it. I'm just having trouble understanding why that is.
The retinue's trajectory brings it into our world at the North Pole. Thus, once here, the wraiths can only move south.
Collis claims the hunt's appearance can be predicted by observing the Orcan Nebula.
And eclipses affect how often it appears. In any case, it arrives on the winter solstice, though not necessarily every year.
Collis calculated that the hunt slips into our world in those years when the nebula is in the eastern sky. When I pursued the hunt, I passed through many abandoned villages.
Well, the Wild Hunt abducts young people.
What for?
The wraiths might need workers, warriors, or meat.
Collis seems to favor the slave theory. People say the hunt's appearance is an omen of war.
In our times, wars are so frequent, we might even consider flights of honking geese as their harbinger. The hunt traverses our world in winter. Wars usually break out in spring, but only because rulers wish their soldiers to die in battle rather than of cold.
Let's summarize.
Based on his observations and calculations of the Wild Hunt's movements, Collis arrived at two equally important conclusions. The first was that the hunt is made up of knights who perished in various worlds and have reconvened as a retinue of vengeance. His second hypothesis states that an unknown, extremely powerful force multiplies wraiths, whose task is to travel between worlds in search of slaves. Both theories seem probable.
Each time someone runs into the hunt, the wraith's magnetic field causes their mind to descend into chaos. By inference, another meeting with the hunt and its field should reverse the effects of the first.
Perhaps. Someone who lost their memory or their mind on their first meeting with the hunt could recover either on the second meeting. But I'm afraid that's unproved. Anyone who has managed to escape the wraiths would rather die than meet them again.
So, you can lose or recover your memory by meeting the Wild Hunt.
Do you know something I don't?
I have amnesia, but my memory's been coming back since a certain event.
Since when?
Since I killed a specter, the king of the Wild Hunt. You know Sheila?
I've seen her cast spells. I've seen all the great sorceresses at work. Sheila's quite manly in her style. Precise, logical, exceptionally composed. But she lacks grace and suppleness.
Is that your opinion? Or are you just repeating what Philippa says?
We agree in our assessment. Triss Marigold, on the other hand, is talented. But she lacks determination, courage, and a certain cold willfulness that seems necessary.
That's interesting.
Kira Metz and Margarita Lo Antiel are both blasé, seemingly resigned. One's a hedonist and nymphomaniac. The other cares only about her school. They lost enthusiasm for magic long ago. Then there's Francesca Finderbear. Nobody really knows what the old she-elf is capable of. But she's clearly very powerful.
I take it Philippa has none of these flaws, but she must have some weakness.
Ambition. Infinite, boundless, and burning like the Korath Desert.
Just out of curiosity, how much does a magic course cost these days?
I'm certain you can't afford it, Witcher. Besides, you're too old.
No matter. I have a few of my own tricks as it is.
You mean Witcher's signs? Philippa can conjure up the illusion of a garden full of flowers, fruit trees, and young elves of both sexes copulating merrily all the day. And the illusion is complete. The flowers have an aroma. The fruit and she-elves are juicy.
Invite me over the next time she conjures up this garden. I'd gladly see it. Professional curiosity.
Naturally. But I doubt Philippa's in the mood for complicated illusions. She focuses all her efforts on Saskia.
É. Encontre o estandarte, já encontrei. Não. É, o estandarte já encontrei. Faltam outros 4. E eu vou ter que atravessar a porcaria da névoa, né?
What's this? Clad in hues of green, amid shrubs. Don't try anything.
Tá aberto aqui ainda? Não aparece nem opção pra falar com ela. Significa que eu não encontro mais aquele NPC.
Do my eyes deceive me?
Pois é, cara. Odeio perder quest. Medalhão de Filipa. Tá. Vamos atravessar esse negócio. Não salvei não, cara, esqueci. Uma coruja branca.
I can go no further. If Deathmold senses my presence,
How will I get back to Vergen?
I'll wait nearby. Hurry.
Agora eu salvo. Foi pra onde? Ué? Ordem de quem? Ah. Então eles querem a atriz viva. acabei de achar.
I knew it. Damn, I knew it was you. When the mist started whirling, I told the boys it's Geralt of Rivia, or my name isn't Vernon Roach. Friend of yours?
Just found him. He was already dead.
Interesting. Just like a Vergenni. You almost made it through the fog. What's your business here?
Triss is somewhere nearby.
Still looking for your sorceress. If she came here, I'd know about it.
In that case, you either know nothing or you're lying.
Plow yourself, son of a bitch. I owe you nothing. You made your choice. Fled with the elves while Vess almost died at that horse in Laredo's house.
Is Vess all right?
What do you care? We could have all died while you played at being a squirrel.
I'm not one of your men, Roach. I didn't betray you.
I didn't say that.
But you thought it. You and your men against the whole world. Those not on your side are against you.
Don't you care about Voltaire's death anymore?
The assassin kidnapped Triss, remember? Help me find her, and I promise I'll keep the word I gave you in the dungeons of Lavalette Castle.
I don't know why I'm doing this. Right. If Triss is anywhere in the area, it can only be one place. At the rear, near the riverbank, the Nilfgaardians have set up their camp. Nobody can enter it. You can get there either via some caves or by sneaking through the main camp. I'd forget the gates. Believe it or not, the whorehouse is where you need to go to enter the caves. The ladies thought they'd use that passage to service the knights and nobles, but some monsters have their lairs there. If you've had your fill of whores and monsters, to the east there's a path that leads along the riverbank. That'll get you near the canteen. You'll have to sneak the rest of the way from there.
Thanks, Roach.
Hey! I'll hold you to your promise.
Agora não começa. Achei mais interessante ver a parte lá das putas, né? O que ele falou deve ser interessante. Ops. Tem algum bicho aqui.
How many more can there be? What's the fucking meaning of this?
Eu posso ir por aqui, eu posso ir por ali. É isso? Por aqui, né? Por que eu queimei o corpo do cara mesmo? Não, tranquilo. Aproveitar que você tá saindo aí também, vou até deixar minhas coisas também na cozinha, peraí.
really I fought the Nilfgaardians if you... Oh!
Greetings.
Pretty please.
Well, well, a witcher. Girls, prim yourselves. How can I help you, handsome?
I wanted to talk.
We're no strangers to the art of conversation, but it'll cost you just as much as a good plough.
Sounds all right.
Ask away, then. What would you like to talk about?
Anything interesting going on in the camp?
Soldiers are scared shitless, what with this battle approaching. They'd rather drink themselves silly than let us honest whores make some coin. Is that interesting? I doubt it.
Not raring to fight, are they?
They might have been eager at first, but the longer we sit here, the less lively they become. Fighting's like ploughing. Lust for one, and you lust for the other. Well, well, how can
I want...
We're no...
Sounds all...
Ask away. What would you...
I wouldn't mind knowing what you think of Henselt.
I'm a madam. What can I know about the king?
I seem to remember that madams and innkeepers know everything.
He used to come here to plough, to develop a camaraderie with the fighting men like, but that was just a phase. Most likely only ploughs sweet, smilling ladies now. Well, well, how... We're...
Sounds...
Ask, what would you...
Heard of the Virgin of Edirn?
Hasn't everyone?
Any thoughts?
Oh yes, a maturing woman like that never been ploughed. Her head's bound to be muddled. We'll have peace when she drops her sword to grab a nice healthy prick instead. Well, well, how... We're... Ask, what would you...
I need to get inside the camp, unnoticed.
That'll cost you more than straight ploughing. That's nowhere near enough.
I need to get inside the camp, unnoticed.
That'll cost you more than... That seems satisfactory. We've an underground passageway leading out to the riverbank within the camp's confines.
Thanks.
Although we've not used it for some time. There's something down there. Something evil, horrible.
I'm sure I'll manage.
The entrance is inside the tent. Well, how...
I'm looking for a whore.
We've got plenty of those, you'll be glad to hear. But you'll need to show me your coin before you choose one. We all have our principles.
I've got the Orans, if that's what you're wondering.
Well, these are my girls. Choose, white-haired one.
Trolls here?
Aye, there are.
You don't mind?
What's so strange about that? Other lands have slizzer.
Well, a witcher. How can I...
I'm looking.
But you... Well... Well, now...
I'm looking.
But you... Well...
I'm from Stilton, and the
Hey.
Ravalets lands in Temeria.
Runaway, eh? I'm from Van Glen.
This is surprising. I came here from Nilfgaard. From Sintra. What are you staring at? I'm not mangy.
Eu tinha até esquecido. No bom. Eu fui deixar as coisas na cozinha e esqueci. Que o microfone estava mutado. Tá muito baixa a voz? coitada das meninas, vim por aqui, velho. Ah, sim. Não, era mutado mesmo. Eu tinha ido na cozinha deixar umas coisas pra não ficar fazendo barulho do ventilador, eu tinha mutado. Onde é que eu tô? Aqui em direção a uma porta. Engraçado, no mapa tinha uma porta aqui, não tinha? Não só tinha, como tem. Ah, tá. Talvez seria descendo aquilo ali. Não, mas relaxa, o estado tá de buenas. O tamanho daquela coisa. Ah, o bufó. Tadinho, fiquei com pena. Não, tá mais dinâmico. Ele tá bem mais dinâmico. Mais ou menos, não é exatamente papel, né? Mas eles caíram sem graça, né? Desmontava praticamente, como se fossem realmente bonecos. cadê o outro? Eram dois. Não sei se o outro morreu.
Shit, you stink.
Caralho, 1h da manhã. Bicho, eu vou aproveitar essa fogueira aqui. Vou salvar o jogo. E vou encerrar a live por aqui hoje. Colosso, valeu aí, cara, por ter acompanhado aí o Wood. Infelizmente, acho que quando voltar aí do lanche eu vou ter saído. Muito obrigado também por ter acompanhado até aqui. Qualquer coisa, se der certo, deixa eu ver, hoje já vai ser segunda, né? Já passa da manhã segunda-feira. Eu acho que eu tenho aula segunda, não sei que eu tenho aula segunda, não sei se vai ter aula terça. Tio, só quarta-feira talvez eu apareça aqui de novo. Bom, galera, é isso, obrigado, valeu. Até mais aí.